Regan Saymaker for International Boxing News, and I'm joined by the Gorilla John Ryder. John, how are you today, mate?
I'm good, thanks for having me on.
No worries, mate. I was going to say, tough session down there today, obviously, with Tony and everyone in the gym kind of preparing for, fair to say, the biggest fight of your career. Nothing's kind of finalised yet, but I was going to say, you're the talk of the town, kind of fighting Canelo. Fair to say, you must be buzzing with all kind of everything going around.
Yeah, I mean, it's gaining some traction now, so obviously it's the biggest fight out there for me, and it's a lot of people's biggest fight, the likes of Canelo. So yeah, I'm in a good position. I'm sitting pretty, and hopefully the next couple of days we'll get over the line and get something announced.
Definitely. So kind of, as you said, kind of nothing. Obviously, nothing's kind of officially announced yet. As you mentioned, there's still kind of little things kind of yet to be finalised on the whole fight.
Yeah, I mean, I think our side's all agreed, but I'm sure that's when they're dealing with all the little negotiations their end and whatnot. They're dealing with all arenas, venues and whatnot, so let them crack on with their bit, but we're good to go whenever.
Perfect. Kind of obviously, so in your mind, you're fighting Canelo Alvarez next. Kind of, you would be in the gym, kind of preparing for it. If it wasn't, obviously it's Canelo Alvarez. I don't think you do kind of too much credit in front of you. But how do you kind of prepare for the fight going into a fight of that magnitude? Do you make any different changes to your preparation?
No, I mean it's not hard to go into a camp for Canelo Alvarez. I mean, I've watched all of his fights already, probably time and time again. So to go into camp and need to study the tape and footage of him, I've seen it all before. So it's not a chore to do it. It's something I've done and I want to do again. But then yeah, the excitement of the actual fight, the magnitude of it. And Tony's been in big fights before with Darren and Joe, so Ricky Burns. So it's nothing new to him. So he just sees it as another opponent, and yeah, we'll come together on fight night.
Does it give you kind of a bit more kind of added confidence going into the fight? Obviously, you have confidence in your own ability for sure, but obviously like you said, having that person who has been in huge fights as a trainer as well, does that give you a bit more confidence as well?
Yeah, definitely. Tony's been there, seen it and done it, so he's walked that road a few times now, so it's nothing new to him. And when I've been involved in big fights myself now, so it's nothing new to me either, but it's a fight we're both looking forward to and both eager to get announced.
Definitely. I was reading kind of an article that the manager Charlie Sims wrote, I think it was yesterday. Kind of, he mentioned that it's the first time Canelo has fought for a world title on his home soil in 12 years. So it's a pretty long time to fight away from home. Kind of, could you say in that regard, kind of, there's a lot of pressure kind of on him, or are you not looking at it that way at all?
Well, I think it's 200 years since Mexican independence, so there's also that as well. He's taking it back home for that celebration. Obviously 12 years since he's boxed home, so yeah, I mean the pressure's on him. I'm the manager challenger. He's took it home for that purpose. So I mean, he's coming up a lot of pressure. He's had not a great year last year with the Bivol loss and the Godfrey win, but I'm coming off a good year for myself, so I feel confident about it.
Definitely, and obviously you mentioned kind of last year as well. Kind of, I was in the arena for the Jacobs fight. I thought it was a great performance from yourself. And then you obviously had the Zach Parker fight. Would you say kind of 2022 was probably the best year of your career?
I'd have to put it as a standout year. Yeah, obviously I had a good win in 2019 in Vegas against Akaway. Then obviously the Smith fight, which was, I know the results didn't go out in our favour, but was another great year, great performances and whatnot. So that was definitely on par with it, yeah, for sure.
Perfect. And obviously there was a lot of noise kind of when you beat Parker. Kind of Eddie mentioned the Emirates kind of first of all. I remember speaking to Nigel Bentley and he said he didn't care where the fight Canelo was going to land as long as you got it. Kind of, was it frustrating that kind of the fight didn't land here, or was it the same again? You didn't care where the fight was going to land?
No, I think it's listen, he's the champion. He was obviously expecting Vegas, but then Mexico come about. So yeah, that's what dreams are made of, to go and fight the champion in his backyard. And obviously the idea is to bring it back to the Emirates for the return once I've won the titles off him and have the rematch. So that's the plan. Let's stick to the plan.
Definitely. And kind of obviously I was as I said before the camera started, kind of I was listening to your episode of the George Groves Boxing Club podcast. You have to listen to it, make sure you do. Kind of, but I noticed that kind of you were asking George kind of as many questions that kind of Deck and George are asking you. Is that because kind of you're always looking to learn and add things from other professionals in the sport?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, like I said with Tony, he's walked that line before, the roads or whatever. And George has done it. He's been into away territory. He's done it the hard way, and you can only respect that. So yeah, I mean, pick George's brains. He's got a lot of knowledge there, so it's good to learn from him.
Perfect. And kind of another fight, kind of in the division, is Benevidez Plant. Kind of obviously has a lot of implications. Kind of should you beat Canelo? I don't know if there's a rematch clause within any kind of contract, but obviously that sets up the mandatory for the WBC challenger. Kind of, are you keeping an eye on that fight as well? Who do you think is going to win, or are you kind of all full steam ahead on Canelo at the moment?
No, I'm just full steam ahead on what I've got in front of me. I'm sure I will tune in and watch that fight. Be a great fight. Obviously, Benevidez is a great fighter. Plant's come off another great win after his defeat, but he's come back fighting like a true champion. So it'd make for an interesting fight.
Definitely. And I'm sorry, I just touched on there. Going back to it, is there a rematch clause?
There is, yeah.
There is. Yeah. Perfect. And also, kind of Edgar Berlanga, obviously, recent signing with Matchroom, a lot of noise. Kind of, he's being linked to the Canelo fight. Kind of, even though he hasn't, like yourself, fought the names to kind of earn the right to fight Canelo. If that makes sense. Kind of, are you obviously planning to? You're planning to derail Canelo on May 6th. Is that also kind of fight that you're looking at down the line?
Not at the moment. I'm just looking purely at Canelo. May 6th, just get that out of the way first, then you look to what's next. But yeah, he's made a good move, Berlanga, moving over to Matchroom, and I think he'll have a lot more chance of getting these big fights. So yeah, he's made a good career choice there.
Definitely. And we touched on Tony Sims, kind of the confidence that he gives you going into that fight. But obviously, you've been training with Tony for a long time. Have you been with Tony since the beginning of your career?
I haven't. No, I was with Colin Lake for the first few years, my first 15, 16 fights. So that was. But I've always been managed by Tony and Charlie as such. So he's been involved in my career throughout. Yeah.
Perfect. So what would you say, kind of, how much has Tony and obviously Charlie as well later on? How much have they done for you in your career?
Oh, massive amounts. Tony's a massive influence. He's a man, a wise man, very wise. He's that calming influence you need in the corner and can really just settle things down in the storm. Do you know what I mean? When your back's against the wall and you think you're in danger, and he's just that breath of fresh air, that calming influence. So yeah, it's not a man I'd rather have in my corner come fight now.
Perfect. And we ask this final question to kind of everyone who comes on the channel. And also thank you for your time, John. I really appreciate it. What does boxing mean to you?
Boxing's been my life now since I was 13, so 21 years in the game now. Ups and downs, highs and lows, but it's not been a straight road, but the rewards are coming now, so I love it. The love's still there. Still a big advocate for boxing and what it can do for people in their lives, so yeah, long way to continue.
Perfect, John. So do we, mate. Best of luck and looking forward to the announcement.
Thank you. Cheers, mate.